This video sucks and it's riddled with fallacies. Let's go through them.
Hey Medican, let's see if we can help you out with your back squat.
Context, this guy is giving this girl advice to help her out with her back squat. The advice is anything but helpful.
So when your squats look great, but you still got a bit of back pain going on, to me it's usually a sign of improper bracing and it could be some sort of rib flare going on.
No. Just know, the fact that you're bracing has very little to do with whether or not you're going to feel pain in a squat. Lots of people brace all the time and they still get back pain. Other people never brace and they never get back pain. Also, rib flare? Really? Please explain what you mean by rib flare, and then I will get to explaining why it's another one of these anatomical conditions that's entirely made up, and it's really just different variation in how people move and how they're built, and it has nothing to do with whether or not you're going to feel pain.
Once you grab a weightlifting belt and a small broomstick, place the broomstick in the weightlifting belt, and what you're going to do is squat form.
Okay, the broomstick on your torso tip is a fairly decent tip for helping people maintain a neutral torso when you're squatting or deadlifting, but here's the problem with it. For some people, that's actually going to make their squat or deadlift worse, not better, because they're going to be overly concerned with being overly rigid with their technique, which is actually one of the things that increases your risk of hurting yourself and feeling pain, not decreases it.
Now, if you squat and you notice that the stick leaves the front of your sternum, that is what we call anterior pelvic tilt and a big rib flare.
Oh my god, it's an anterior pelvic tilt fallacy too! I have several fairly recent videos where I address anterior pelvic tilt and why it's completely made up and pointless and something you do not need to worry about at all. But disregarding that for a second, there are a bajillion different movement drills involving bands and sticks and belts and all sorts of crazy shit out there. 99% of them are probably a waste of your time.
It is very hard to brace your abs when you do this.
Yeah, it's harder to brace your abs when you are cartoonishly extending your lower back before you squat. But you can get around all of this needless complication that he's making by simply saying, don't extend your back so much. Which is funny because this isn't even the issue that this girl is having here. Stay to the end of the video to find out what her actual issue is with her form.
Okay, so you're essentially broken here.
Can we stop telling people that they're broken just because they move slightly differently than other people? God.
Another little tip can be holding a little kettlebell at the front here.
Again, bad advice. It is not going to help you get better at an exercise you're having issues with by doing some goofed up variation that has very little similarity to the exercise you're trying to get better at. There's a couple more small things in the video that I'd like to address, but I can't because I'm out of time. But before I finish this video, let me tell you what this girl could do to actually improve her squat form. All she has to do is stop going so low and possibly make some loading adjustments to the RPE of her program. And to squat more. Because nothing gets you better at squatting than squatting. And nothing gets you more TikTok views than overcomplicating things that are actually fairly straightforward.